All right, we went through some revisions. What do you guys think of this one? What's going on, guys? Talon back here, and today we've got actually some pretty cool updates for the Dokkan Battlefield, as it's kind of coined, I guess. I'm not really sure about the name, but yeah, we've got some information on that, when it's coming out, and how you can actually get into it. So please make sure you listen, because this happened with the dupe system or the ability system, where a lot of people are still asking to this day, how do I get it? It's like, watch the video and we'll tell you. Okay, so this is all the current information that we have at the moment. I'm sure some more will be released and more stuff will be found out as we actually try to play it when it's released next week. But nonetheless, let's get straight into it. And before you ask anything else, we do have scheduled maintenance from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Monday, Japan time, the 20th. So that's going to be Sunday afternoonish, kind of evening, guys, for most of you guys, if you reside in the US, and it's going to be nighttime if you reside in Europe and things like that. So it's a pretty long maintenance. Obviously, they're throwing in a new game mode and a bunch of other stuff. So definitely keep, if you usually play Dokkan every day, well, I guess play something else for Sunday, because yeah, it's going to be under maintenance for quite some time. So that's, pretty much it, just maintenance stuff. All right, so here we go. The big one, Dokkan Battlefield. Yeah, I don't know what I was trying to do there. But yeah, anyway, so it comes out on the 20th of February, which is, kind of makes sense since the scheduled maintenance will go until 4 p.m. And it's going to come out at 5 p.m. just because, Ju-Nanaji, or because, military time. Japan here uses military time all the time. So yeah, if you ever see that, you're just like, oh, well, okay, military time, so 5 p.m. So basically, the way it's going to work is you can use SR characters or higher. No, do not even think about asking for completing this thing with all rares characters or something like that. But nonetheless, yes, all of those SRs, if you've actually held on to some of them, which, there are some good SRs to hold on to, or that we think will eventually get Rebirths or Dokkan Awakens and things like that, or Super Strike cards, mostly Super Strike cards. Yeah, you can use those characters and up, obviously. So LRs, TURs, URs, SSRs, SRs, okay? You can use them, and I'm assuming if you take a rare and Dokkan Awaken it, you can do that. Now, why would you want to use an SR? Well, I don't know 100%, but if you watched my stream of it about a month ago, I think, when we were watching it, they would put SRs out there, and then, of course, the way it works is that this part of the screen right here is your screen, and this is where your enemies are coming from, and your guys are basically going to fly this way and come up here, and then eventually they have to attack this barrier-like wall, and whatever characters get through, and then I think you hit OK or something like that, and then you go on to the battle, the normal Dokkan battle that we're used to. So it would stand to reason that, okay, well, if you have some SRs that you can throw out there to begin with, because they are lower cost. I'll get into the cost thing in a second here. But if you throw them out and they start attacking the opponents here or keeping them busy, maybe you have your stronger guys kind of fly by, or maybe only take out a couple guys, and then they're easily able to get through and break the barrier, which then grants you stronger characters to then fight the normal Dokkan, I'll call them bosses for now, in this mode. Because you go from this side-scroller into the normal Dokkan battle, essentially, after you do it. At least based on what we saw from the stream. So make sure you check that out if you have not seen that, and I should remember to put a link for that actually so you can take a look at it. But yeah, so you can use up to 100 characters, Hyakunin, no Chimu, okay, 100 person team up to essentially. And so the way it works with the cost essentially is that depending on what cost, it's 1/10 the cost of the characters that you have. So for example, a card that is usually cost 1 to 10 is only going to cost 1 for this game mode, and then there is a little bar here essentially. So if you use for example, this Trunks right here that they have, if you put him into the mode, okay, you put him up onto this part of the screen, it's going to do 1, and you go down to 91 according to this picture right here. If you use someone like the Broly, which is 5, you're going to take 5 act essentially. So that's kind of how it works. Oh, sorry, my bad. Sorry, mistake. My mistake. This bar down here is your characters. This bar is when you're throwing characters onto there, because I remember when watching the stream, when you put a big character on, you saw this bar go do-do-do-do-do. If you just put small characters on, it was just like that much essentially. So just move a little bit. The higher the cost of the character, the more this bar went down, and then what it does is it slowly over time recharges back up, and then you can start putting more guys on, essentially. So you kind of have to bounce. You can't just throw your big hitters out at once, because then if they get past one of your big hitters, because remember there's 3 different rows to it. If one, let's say you take Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and you put him on the top one, but then your bottom 2 you can't summon anyone else because, well, you have to wait for that bar to recharge. You're like, oh well, I'm kind of doomed right now, aren't I? So yeah, not the greatest thing to do. So definitely keep an eye out for that. So basically it's going to be 1/10 the cost in this mode, and then they round up. Okay, and so if you take a look at like Brawly here, we know the strength Brawly when Dokkan Awakened, he is 42 ki to put onto a normal team. So 1/10 of that is going to be 4 ki, or technically 4.2 ki. But then you raise up, so it's going to be 5 ki. Okay, I know obviously if you were looking at decimals here, usually you round down. If it was 4.4 or lower, or 4.5 or higher, you round up. But they're just going to round up no matter what. Hence why Brawly here is 5 ki. So their rules, I guess. They're allowed to do what they want. Now, it does say that if you... Apparently, SRs are actually viable in this mode. That is what I got when I was partly translating it. And then I was also confirming with some of the people, or confirming from the Dokkan Reddit translation as well. So, it says that. At least that's how we translated it. But... yeah, we'll have to see exactly. I mean, we all thought the ability system was going to be the saving grace for SRs and everything like that to make them viable again, but nope, not really, essentially. So, I mean, at least we can use SRs in this game, but I'm not sure exactly how this is going to make them viable. We'll have to see. Are they just going to be the sacrificial guinea pigs that you throw out there and let them kind of just hold the opponent there on the bottom part of the screen, and then you send all your powerful guys up to the top and boom, smash through, and then you go. We'll have to wait and find out. Like I said, we're going to be finding out a lot about this more when we're actually doing it. And then the big prize is that when you win, I'm not sure exactly how many stages it is and everything, but essentially when you do it, you're going to get this little prize item. And what you do is that you take this prize item here. I'll call it a diamond gem thing. I'm not really sure what the technical name is. It's translated as like a treasure, essentially. So I'm going to call it the diamond blue gem thing, though. And what you do is you take it over to the Baba shop, and you can trade it in for many different things. From what I've seen, mostly from magazines, I don't think it's in here at all, is you can get the medals to awaken this Ginyu. Now, I don't know how we get the Ginyu. I doubt it's given to us. I'm assuming there's some event to do it, or maybe by beating the first stage on here, you get the Ginyu, and then if you do like the second, third, and however many stages it has, then you'll get more of these items to then trade in to get the medals from the Baba shop, and then that's how you Dokkan Awaken them. I don't know how many you're going to need. I'm assuming a decent amount of medals, and I don't know how many gems equate to how many medals. We don't know any of those details yet. You can also take those gems, though, and trade them in for things like increasing team costs, increasing or refilling stamina, and increasing the character slots that you have for your characters. As you know, if you wanted to increase it right now, you have to use Dragon Stones. Luckily, when we summon, it just ignores that, but you still can't go through the game, continue through the game until you have under the maximum that you have. So, people are really liking the fact that we won't have to spend Dragon Stones on making more character slots or on filling stamina, which is really nice. Again, this is what I've seen from magazine pictures. I don't think it's in here. I'll get to that little stuff in a second. Yeah, okay. So I haven't seen anything on the game itself, but what we've been seeing from the Jump magazines that we get here in Japan, that seems to be the case. But again, we're about 99% sure on that. Just let's wait until we actually get the game mode on Monday, and then I will do a full video on how it works and everything to the best of my abilities, okay? So as of right now, that's what it looks like you can do with these diamond blue gem things, essentially. Trade them in either for the medals or for increasing your box, refilling your stamina, which is really nice, or, doing all that other stuff. So yeah, so that is pretty nice. And then obviously Ginyu is the physical LR. He is the 5th LR in the game now. And yeah, I don't know any of his abilities. We only know he's physical. That's it. We know that all 5 of the Ginyu Force will be on the card art. So you're literally going to have 5 people Well, I'm assuming at least. Well, actually, no. We're probably only going to have Ginyu on the field when, when he's hanging there waiting for the orbs. But then when you do a super attack, all 5 guys are going to come in, probably strike a pose, and then they're going to go from there, essentially, okay? So that's how that is going to work. Now, it's kind of in a beta test, essentially, right now. So, if you're wondering, if we originally all thought this was just simply going to be a game mode that is on here, like Boss Rush mode, which it is, but we're, again, in a bit of a beta test right now. So, from the 20th until the 6th of March, okay, we're going to be in beta mode, essentially. Now, it does not cost any act to do, but you can only do it 3 times a day, okay? So, every day you can do it 3 times a day until the 6th of March, and then I believe, we're all assuming at least, that is either when it's going to open up, and just, you can go at it as many times as you want, or it's going to be taken off, or not, you won't be able to select it for a little bit, and then they're going to make some changes, I'm assuming, based on feedback or whatever, how they do it, and then they'll release it again. That would be my guess, but we're not 100% sure again. Okay? So that's where it's saying it does not take any act, ga arimasen. That's basically saying, like, don't worry, it doesn't use act, but for 1 day, you can only do it 3 times. Sankai. Okay, sankai made. Okay, made means up until 3 days. Or, sorry, up until 3 times. So that's how it works. Your rank, in order to even get into this mode, you have to be rank 150. We have 4 times experience going on right now in the story events. Go for it. Go crazy. There are tons of guides on YouTube right now on how to rank up really fast. I'm assuming if you've been with the game for quite a while, you are easily over rank 150. If you are a new player, I would, focus on leveling up. You should be focusing on leveling up because in order to make decent teams, you have to have high team costs. In order to get high team costs, you have to level up. So, yeah, Bob's your uncle. Go for it, okay? So make sure you've leveled up to at least 150, okay? Again, level 150 is how you access it, okay? It's not like the ability system where you had to be level 50 and you had to do the rare Goku event thing. So this, as of right now, you only have to be level 150. The 4 times XP, though, on the quest mode only goes until the 1st of March at 12 p.m. So make sure you take advantage of that. That basically gives you 10 days, give or take, from now, okay? So, yeah. Other than that, that is pretty much all we know. So it comes out on Monday, Japan time, okay? Now, the other bit of news is we actually know who the next LR card is going to be. Wait, what? But we just saw that Ginyu's the next LR card. Well, Frieza came out back around New Year's time. Now we're getting Ginyu in late February, early March time. And I don't know when we're going to be getting this guy, but we are getting the next LR card. And it is LR Gohan Intel, okay? Well, I guess it kind of makes sense. I mean, we hit all 5 types, so you gotta obviously go to a type that we, haven't had in a while. I guess, which would have made Tech, I guess, the next one, but, whatever. They can pick, I guess, whatever type they want. But, so anyway, so the only thing we know is that this is, hopefully that's zooming in correctly on here. Just gotta always make sure that works. This is his SSR one. Now, one thing that a lot of people have caught that, I don't know if it makes people happy, mad, or what everyone's feelings are. Let me know down in the comments below. I have a feeling I know exactly what everyone's going to say. This is the first LR card, at least his SSR form, we have to summon for. Yes, it says Gasha right here. Right by his head, okay, right by Gohan's head right there, it says Gasha. That is the katakana for Gasha. And obviously that refers to summoning banners, okay? So, we don't know exactly, though, what it's going to be. Is the rates for it going to be a normal? Is it going to be like a Dokkan Fest? Is it going to be a double rates type banner? It doesn't look to be friend summons. It's not going to be that, because when we got LR androids, it said in there, it said using friend points. So we knew about that already. So this is, I don't know. We really don't know any information. We just simply know we have to summon for it. Are we going to get a special stone to summon on for the first time to get him? And if we want to get more to obviously raise his attack, his SA and everything, then we do a normal summons. I don't know. I mean, is his rates going to be higher? None of us really know any details that are really going on. This is all from a magazine picture, as you can obviously tell. So it's going to be a while. We don't know when we're going to get it. When we Dokkan Awaken him, though, we get the TUR form of him. So, does this look familiar? The GT Trunks Strength Edition doing the same thing? Well, I guess student copies master, I guess. And then his LR form is going to be Super Saiyan 2 Gohan right here. So it says Atarashi na LR, and then Son Gohan. So Super Saiyan 2, fighting off Cell, obviously. So he's Super Saiyan, then he goes Super Saiyan 2, then he goes, or he stays Super Saiyan 2, essentially. So one way I can think of to race his SA, if they bring the event back, that is, because I also want them to bring back the event for the World Tournament Gohan we just got, is the Bojack event. You can farm that Gohan and awaken him to make him a Super Saiyan, because he is the same teen Super Saiyan. I guess they call him Kid Adult still. I go teen though, because that's what we called them back when I was growing up watching Tsunami, so I'm sticking with that, no offense. But yeah, so that is one way to get him up to SA 10, and I guess it all really depends on how good the rates are in pulling him, because that is the one thing that we've always dealt with the first set of 5 LRs, except for Piccolo, because Piccolo was a World Tournament exclusive, is usually getting you're guaranteed the first one, especially with the LR Goku and the LR Frieza. The androids, not so much, but the LR Frieza and the LR Goku, you got it right away the first time you did the event, and if you did it again, you really had to go at it and get really lucky to get a second one so that you could eventually get into SA 20 if you did not want to waste old Kais on that. So that is one. So anyway, so that Gohan event I could see being one way to at least get him to SA 10, and I guess it depends on how often you actually pull him from the banner, and that's not even including ability system or dupe system or whatever it is. So yeah. So I know a lot of people are also a little mad about Vegeta. I mean, obviously I want a Vegeta LR card too, but you know what? We have not had a real Gohan event in quite a long time. The last one we had was Ultimate Gohan way back before, right after Gogeta, give or take. So, and if you want to look at Teen Gohan, because let's face it, Teen Gohan has a following. A lot of people loved Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan going against Cell. Just owned him, just owned him. He's down, you know. He fooled with him for half the battle. So we have not had something like that since whenever the Strength Super Saiyan 2 Gohan came out. Yes, he did get his Dokkan when Strength Cell came out, but he was obviously not the main, you know, point of that banner. He's like, oh sweet, he got a Dokkan Awaken, cool. But Cell is obviously, you know, the main prize here that you all want. So that Gohan by no means is bad though. He is still a great card. So yeah, definitely really good there. And yeah, that's pretty much all we really know on the LR card. And then actually, if you're looking at the bottom of the picture, we get this. This is just more information on the Ginyu Force. So right here, I can't turn these right now, just because of the way the picture was made. But yeah, this is what the Ginyu Force is going to look like, LR style, which kind of makes sense. And the more I look at it, it doesn't look like, yeah, I can't, there's nothing about their passive skills or anything like that. But we are getting the rebirths. Now, those, if you look here, those gems kind of things that you get from the new Dokkan Battlefield, essentially, you trade them in for the medals that you could then give to Ginyu to Dokkan Awaken him to his LR form. You can also use those to I'm assuming it's rebirth. I'm assuming at least is that these 5 cards here are getting a rebirth. We have Agility Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta at the top. We have blank on his name. Not Shenron. Yeah, Fire Guy. I don't know why I'm blanking on his name. I'm going to go back into the game and I'm going to read it and be like, oh, that's what it is. Anyway, he is getting a Dokkan Awaken, which he's actually a really good card. He's fairly new. I don't know why he's getting a rebirth all of a sudden. I swear, whoever comes up with the idea of, oh, this person needs a rebirth, are we junking for it? Like, seriously? Like, what's going on here, okay? Evil Boo's getting a rebirth, which a lot of people wanted a long time ago, so I don't particularly see him being that well. I'll take a look at him in a second when we go back into the game. Cooler, if you're one of the few people who have Cooler still, he's getting a Dokkan Awaken. From my understanding, his passive is pretty decent, so we'll have to see exactly what that is. And finally, we have the the physical Super Saiyan Spirit Bomb Goku, the high chance stunner guy, who is really good on a physical team. I wouldn't say he's top notch now. I mean, if you had perfect cards, you don't really need to stun, especially when we get the physical Super God card. Essentially, he will be, you know, he's not bad though by any means. If you have this stunner Goku, by all means. If we did not have stunning limitations on Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Goku, I would say easily you need him, because obviously I love stunning. You guys all know me. I love my stuns and everything. So yeah, make jokes about it. I already know about him. But yeah, so that guy's getting a rebirth. His passive was his downside to him, but you know, hopefully it can be a little, you know, brought up a little bit, which is really nice. So by all means, any rebirth in the end is at least better than what we had. So that is always good. Like I said, I doubt they are true Dokkan Awakens. They're probably just rebirths. But nonetheless, you know, we can always get our hopes up. But yeah, so that is all that we're given that we saw today. So yeah, let's go back into the game real quick. And I want to go find that Nova Shenron. That's what it is. Nova Shenron. That I knew I'd remember him. I was like, fire, heat, volcano. Yeah, that's what it is. Nova Shenron. Anyway, he's getting the rebirth. So yeah. So that is all the information that we got today, guys. When I was at work and saw all those, now it's like, oh, cool. Lots of information to do. Gotta talk about it on a video. So yeah. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll leave all the links down in the description below. Hopefully I was able to answer as many questions as I could. Obviously, more details to come when the mode actually comes out on Monday, Japan time, and we'll have to see exactly what happens. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, though. Let me know your thoughts down below, though, on the LR Gohan Super Saiyan 2 and what you think about him having to be a summon. I figured it would happen, but the thing is, if you make him a summon, that means he's probably going to be really good, actually. Like, he's going to be really good, because usually the summons are really good. I mean, obviously, the now LR cards that we have are extremely good as well. But generally, summons are a little better. So we'll have to see exactly what happens. You know, it's really hard to say at this point. So we'll definitely, you know, keep your eyes open, and we'll find out eventually. I'm going to guess maybe around April time, we'll start to see some more information about him. But yeah, we'll have to see what's going on from there. So yeah. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comments below, though, all your thoughts and opinions and everything. Leave a like if you like the video, and do not forget to subscribe if you are new. And until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next one.